Hey, welcome to Slay the Spire. Today opening the Dilation for March 19th, 2026. The character is the Ironclad, and the modifiers are Chimera. Starting deck is a fusion of all characters. Time Dilation, all enemies start with the slow debuff, and binary card rewards contain only 2 cards. I see Peltzer with an amazing 1238, that's a pretty good score. Alex with 1161, tied with Cyberfox, and Nescapa with 1136. It looks like people are able to do well. I always have trouble with Chimera, so Chimera means to start with a Bash, Survivor, Zap, and Eruption, and then 3 strength and 3 defense. Because you don't have access to purple cards, the Eruption might become a problem unless you can use it to sort of deal the final blow. Against the slime boss, that might be a good card to have, actually. Alright, so I can only hit 1 elite here. If I go on the left, I'll get 2, 3, 4, 5 question mark rooms. If I go second on the left, I'll get 1, 2, still the same 3 later on, so 5 total. Middle gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. And then right side gives me 1, 2. Yeah, so I think if I maximize question mark rooms, I have to go in the middle and then turn left. Okay. Alright, Spike and Acid Slime. This is a great example of when I cannot use the Eruption. Let's instead do Defense, Survivor, and then a Strike. Okay. I guess ideally I would get some nice... well, actually, yeah, I guess 0 cost cards just to go. Here, let me play... how about Defend, Zap, and then a Strike? Okay. And then here, I'm not being attacked. Let me... I was really hoping to get... here, let me get rid of the slimes here. I was really hoping to get the bash there, but hopefully I'm weakened too, right? So this would be 12. With the orb, that should be enough, right? Beautiful. Okay. Alright, we got an explosive push and body slam. Disarm. Disarm is really tempting. I think for body slam I would need 2 more block, which I don't have at the moment. So let's take the disarm. Remove transform or upgrade. I think I'll get rid of the zap. Let's transform the zap. Okay. Combust. That might be good only against the sentries pretty much. Yeah, not super happy with that. Here, I think I once again won't play the Eruption just yet. Yep, try to avoid losing too much HP. Let's target the backliner because it has more block. Okay. And then here, I could do Combust together with the backliner. No, I think I can also just do... Wait, I can't defend. Fine, let's do Combust and then a Bash. Is that going to be enough? No, the block saved this guy. Alright, fine. I should be able to kill this guy with any attack, though. Good, beautiful. Alright. Okay, Flamebeer, Uppercut. I mean, if I want more block cards, let's take Flamebeer. I'm a little worried about getting the Grumman Knob, though, because then I have too many skills. Here, I got my first Cursed Doubt, as well as a bunch of gold. And here I got the Cultist. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to risk Eruption here. Let's do it. Okay, unfortunately, I'm going to be weakened next turn, but I should be able to defend against 12. Yeah, I have the Flamebeer and a Strike. Okay. And then here, let's do... I don't have enough. Even with the slow debuff, it's not going to be enough, right? Let me do Flamebeer and Survivor then. Okay. And then, yeah, here I just need an Eruption. Beautiful. Alright, Cleave Anger. I mean, with the slow debuff, I think Anger is the right choice. And then I was going to go on the right to get 4 more question mark rooms, right? Yeah, let's go on the right. Upgrade that Anger. No, upgrading the Disarm might be really good too. Let's upgrade that. I don't think I'll do... I wonder if I should have upgraded the Eruption. The problem is, because I cannot exit Wrath, it is not amazing. This is not good. Let's do Disarm, Combust, and Anger. Yeah, I needed an Eruption here to have a chance, and I think without it, I... Yep, pretty much don't have a chance. Alright, fine. Let's do Bash and Strike. Yeah, alright. I don't think there's anything I could have done here. Even if I had the Eruption turn 1, it still would have been probably pretty much impossible. Let's get rid of the Doubt. That way I'm not weakened, and I'm also fully defended this turn. Okay. Alright, another 7. I still don't think I'll do Eruption. Let's do Bash Strike. Okay. And then here, yeah, I have the Anger, so that should be enough. Alright. Yeah, no chance to perfect this one at all. We got Captain Sewell at the start of the 3rd turn, gain 18 block. Burning Pact, Shrug It Off. Not a huge fan. I think I'll take the Shrug It Off to have a solid defensive card. And then here, let's upgrade. Alright, you know what? I'll give it an upgrade the Eruption. Might as well. Okay. Here I got Whetstone on pick up, upgrade 2 random attacks. That's an Anger and Strike upgraded. Yeah, the Anger upgrade is nice. In this shop, Red Skull is tempting. I don't think I need Chemical X or Omori. I think I'll take the Red Skull. While your HP is added below 50%, you have 3 additional strength. Carnage is cheap. Let's take that as well. Rage might help with block. Seeing Red might help with energy. Yeah, I think that was a good shop. Fine. Right here, I got the Spike Slime and the Looter. Let's start with the Combust. That might help. Disarm the backliner. Then Defend and a Strike. Or an Anger, I mean. Okay. I guess I do want to lose HP to trigger the Red Skull, huh? Yeah, let's do Carnage and Seeing Red. take the damage here. Oh, actually, never mind. Combust killed the backliner. Okay. Here I'm fully defended, although I'm not being attacked. Let's enter Wrath, and that is enough to kill. Beautiful. Alright, True Grit Shockwave. Shockwave is interesting for the weakness. True Grit is a decent block card, although it's not upgraded. I think I'll take the Shockwave, sure. I think the vulnerability might also help. Alright, here let's definitely try to lose HP. So let me do Eruption, and then should I do Combust? Let's do a Strike. Oh, that's not even enough to kill anything. Let's do Seeing Red, then Shockwave, then Strike. Okay. And yeah, let's drop down to less than... oh, that's actually not less than half HP. Okay. Yeah, let's take one more turn of damage. Yeah, I'll do Flame... Oh, I should not have done Flame Barrier. I thought I could fully... Or I would take damage. Fine. Yeah, let's wait here. I'll do Disarm. And then I do want to take one more hit. Yes, 10 is good. Okay. And then next turn I can kill. Alright, beautiful. Yeah, that way I'll have extra strength. Good. I got a Colorless Potion. Second one, Seeing Red. I already have a Seeing Red. Binary makes it really hard to get collector bonuses, so I might hold off on that. Let's take the second one for now. Okay. Here I got our Calcum Engineer without blocking 6 block. Very helpful. And here I guess I'll... I guess I'll take the Curse here. That's Curse number 2. We also got Centennial Puzzle. First time lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. That will trigger... Actually, yeah, the Combust triggers at the end, right? So it will be somewhat useless, but fine. Shockwave Rage or... Carnage upgrade, I think. Actually, Flame Beard. No, I think I'll upgrade the Shockwave. Yeah, that should hopefully help with the multiple turns of vulnerability. Alright, so here, I think I will risk Eruption. Let's do Shockwave, then Eruption. Unfortunately, next time I'm weakened, and I lost 2 of my 3 strikes. That might be a problem. I do have a Carnage here, 51. That will force a, what do you call it, transformation a little sooner than I'd like, which is not ideal. Let me see if the Colorless Potion gives me something good. Swift Strike might be necessary here. Let's do Shrug It Off too. I was hoping for an Anger. Let's do Swift Strike and then Carnage, 67. Alright, that's not a horrible split value. I also have an Explosive Potion that might help. Okay. Alright, luckily no one is attacking me. That's good. I can do... hang on. I can do Bash and... hang on. Let's do Strike and Anger. Okay, and then I'll just need 5 more damage, and I can try to use the Explosive Potion too if needed. Both are attacking me, and I might have to use that Explosive Potion, right? No, there's one Anger. And then I can actually defend against the other one. Okay. Alright, and that gives me a chance to also try to just save my Explosive Potion for later. Beautiful. Alright, perfect. This one I got a Block Potion, Feed. Oh man, that's really tempting. I think I have to take the Feed and then try to remove it in Act 3 to get the Stuff modifier. Fusion Hammer, well, if I take Fusion Hammer, I will only have to rest at rest sets, which might mess up my Red Skull. And I don't think I'll do Velvet Choke. I think I'll take the Tiny House. I think that's a safe choice. I'm going to pick up between 1 potion, gain 50 gold, raise your max by 5, obtain 1 card, and upgrade 1 random card. So I got a Combust upgrade, I got a Swift Potion, and Heavy Blade is not that useful. Iron Wave is probably fine. Yeah, let's take the Iron Wave here. Come. Alright, so here I got the Automaton at the end. 1, 2, 3. There's a 3 lead path starting on the left. Actually, this way to get 2 question mark rooms and possibly a shop, although I can skip that one. And then another 2, 3 question mark rooms, so 5 total. So the question is if I want to go this way, get 2 question mark rooms before the first elite, or this way to also get a shop. I feel like I don't have a lot of gold, so let's skip the shop for now and then try to get a shop. Aim for to get a shop on Act 3. Right here, let's just do Strike and Iron Wave and wait. Come. I should also try to use Defeat as much as I can, although that definitely will be a challenge. If I do Corruption, Carnage, that's not enough, right? Yeah, let's do Rage, then Strike and Carnage. Come. Right here, I draw extra cards, that's good. There is Defeat, but I don't think I have a good way of using it. Let's do... How do I do this? I could defend with the second wind, right? But then I'll lose a lot of good attacks. I think I'll do Shockwave, then Second Wind. Okay. Actually, I already had plenty of block with the... I should have also played the Anger. I had plenty of block thanks to the Captain's Wheel, right? Let's do Bash, Strike here. Okay, I'm losing more HP than I'd like. Okay, at least our Calculum is helping a little. Alright, another 20. So Feed is going to be 11, 22. This has to be about 20, which it is not. Let's do Rage, Shrug It Off. I don't want to do Eruption. I don't want to do the Feed either. Oh boy, what if I use the Explosive Potion? So hang on, this is 10 plus another 22. I need, I think the explosive potion. Oh, the enemy doesn't have the slow debuff, so I don't think it's going to be enough, right? So 10, 22. Is it 22 or 23? I'm going to reload if it's 22, because I hope it is 22. I'm one short. Can I get an anger? No, no. Okay, I'm going to reload. I thought that with the weakness it would round up, but no, with the weakness it was still 22, which meant I would have taken so much damage. Let's reload this real quick. Let's make this the one reload I have in my day. How about that? Alright, let's do Strike and Iron Wave here again. Yeah, I was going to take a lot of damage. There's no good reason to. Alright, and then here I did Rage, Strike, and Carnage. Come. And then here, because I have Captain's Wheel active, maybe I will skip the second one and instead do something like Shockwave, Anger, and Survivor. Okay, that might also change the RNG, but that way I'll still have access to some good skills. Here, should I reshuffle? No, I think I'll just do Bash Strike because I have the Orichalcum active. Okay. And then here I should hopefully get some good skills. Yeah, fine. Let's do Bash, Anger, and then a Strike. Yeah, and that way I still lose HP, but I might have a chance to... No, I did not get the feed, which is a shame. Let's do Rage. Actually, a Strike would kill, which I kind of want to avoid. So I'm hoping to still be able to get a feed. So hang on. This is... Okay, now that I'm not weakened, I think this is enough. Alright, fine. At least I got max HP out of it. Alright, Anger number 2 or Clothesline. I am going to try to go for Handler, so let's take the Clothesline. And then here, remove a card or upgrade all strikes and defense. I don't think there's anything I need to remove. Let's upgrade all strikes and defense. Okay. Not that many, but still. Right, here I got the birds. Unfortunately, I got feed on turn 1. I can't really use it. Instead, I think I'll just do Iron Wave, disarm this guy, and wait. Okay. Right. So here, 18 incoming. I do have Rage, Strike 1. Carnage is only 12. Yeah, fine. Let's do Carnage. That way I also won't lose it. Okay. Yeah, not happy with how much HP I'm losing here. Okay. At least I got extra card draw out of that. Combust might be really good here, actually. Yeah, I might just play that, right? Actually, Flamebear is really good for the backliner, too. If I do Flamebear, I think I should be fine. Yeah, let's skip the Combust and hope I'll... Actually, I should have targeted somebody else. It was not right to target the backliner because it's going to be dead on my Flamebear anyway. Okay. Yep. Alright, another 5. Let's do Shrug It Off. Shockwave is nice for the weakness. Okay. Regret is also dealing a lot of damage. I have to be careful with that. Alright, so hoping to get a feed in the reshuffle early. Did not get that. But fine. Let's do Carnage is 15. No. I think I'll do Flame Barrier. And then can't do the Carnage, so I guess I'll do a Strike. Okay. Now, this guy's going to be dead for my Flame Barrier, and I am not close to being able to use the feed yet. And unfortunately, there's a feed. 14. I think with the Eruption, this should be enough, though, right? Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Alright, got max HP. That's good. Metallicist, Shrug It Off. I already have a Shrug It Off. Let's take the Metallicist. Not a bad card to have. I got the Anger Avocado again. Carnage would be great, but then I'll lose a lot of HP because of being in Wrath. So I don't... Yeah, this is the problem with Eruption, right? If you can't exit... If you know you can't exit it, it is a problem. How about I'll do... Yeah, let's do Eruption and then Clothesline. So I'm still using Carnage, but with the weakness, I don't lose that much. But now I cannot exit Wrath, which is always going to be a risk. Alright, let's do Seeing Red. I could kill the backliner with the feed, but then I'll be vulnerable too. Still, I think that's worth it. Alright, at least I'll trigger Red Skull, so, you know, it's something. Let's do Metallicist, Disarm, then Strike 1 and Anger. Okay. Alright, and then here I have Red Skull triggered. 18, let's do 1 Strike, Iron Wave. And is the Combust enough? It would be enough in exchange for 1 HP. Although I am also fully defended, I think I should be able to deal 50 damage next turn. While I'm in Wrath, Bash is 16. Beautiful. Okay. Alright, Wild Strike and Trench. I still don't think I have enough block for Entrench. I'll take the Wild Strike. Okay. And then, oh man, I like the Anger. I like the gold. I think I'm okay losing the Swift Potion to get back from Marble. Set the Savage Combat will have 1 vulnerable to all enemies. That's really nice. Okay. I got the Book of Stabbing. This is going to be a challenge, right? 12. I do have Rage and Iron Wave. That helps with something. I can also do a Strike. And might as well use the feed. It's going to be really hard to use the feed otherwise, so let's use it now. Alright, just need to defend against this turn. Next turn I have the Captain's Will. So I think I have to do Disarm, brings it down to 9. Weakness will bring it down to 6. That is not going to be enough. Question is if I should use the block push. Now, there's a very small chance I might be able to fully defend, so let's try it. Okay. Did lose my eruption there, though. So this turn I am fully defended. I can't do the carnage. That's a shame. Like to do bash. Oh man, fine. Let's do bash and wild strike. Yeah, let's lose the carnage. The problem is I was also weakened, which was frustrating. 12 incoming. So here Flamebeer actually deals a good amount of block back. Okay. Well, it's 16 blocks back specifically. Okay. And then another 15. I have the weakness. Let's do Seeing Red Shockwave, brings it down to 10. And then I can do Shrug It Off, that allows me to be fully defended, and might as well play the Regret. Okay. Alright, 13. I can actually fully defend here, right? Yeah, if I do Flame Barrier and then Wild Strike, I'm getting close to being able to perfect this one, which would have made the block potion worth it. And then, yeah, here I got it. Beautiful. Perfect this one. We got Ancient T-Set, one of you enter Rest Sets, next one with 2 extra energy, Dropkick Flash. I feel like I have enough vulnerability for Dropkick to be really useful. Go left toward another question mark room. Here, I'll probably upgrade, what? Probably, I don't think I need the feed upgraded just yet. Let's upgrade the Rage, although I still need to use the feed a few more times. Okay. Right, here I got the Burden Chosen. Maybe I should try to lose HP to trigger the Red Skull. I should also definitely try to use, hang on, let's do Shockwave first. I should definitely try to use the feed as well. Should I do, yeah, let's just do Clothesline here. Okay. Dodge out the feed, that's good. Hoping to be able to use the feed against the bird. Okay. Alright, well, I can also just kill the bird with the Flame Barrier. Let's do that instead. Okay. Alright, it might be hard to use the feed against the Chosen, though. Alright, free Dropkick is good. I don't think I'll do Combust. Let's do Wild Strike, see what the Shrug It Off gives me, and just wait. Okay. At least the enemy is still vulnerable for 4 turns, 12 incoming. I mean, I actually can't kill here. Fine, let's do Bash and Defend. Okay. And then there is a feed. Carnage is 25. Feed is 16. If I was not weakened, would have been enough. Let's hope that I'll get the feed soon in the reshuffle, so I won't take too much damage. 16 incoming here. I mean, I was going to lose HP anyway. Fine, let's do Strike, Metallicize, and Defend. Come. And there's a feed. Beautiful. Okay, awesome. That max HP out of that. That's good. We got a Speed Potion. Also, I can't trigger the Red Skull anymore because of that max HP I got. Shrug It Off, I already have that. I don't think I'll do Perfected Strike. I only have 3 strike cards. And I guess a 4th one with Wild Strike. I don't think that's enough. So I think here I'll skip this. Okay. Here I got Duvidal, Fuge Cushion. Next search come with 1 strength. That immediately gives me 2 strength. That's really nice. Here I got the Gremlin Leader, who is not attacking me in turn 1. Very risky, but I think I have to risk entering Wrath here. So let's do Eruption. Anger would be enough while in Wrath, right? Yeah, fine. Let's do Eruption U, then Feed and Anger. Yeah, basically I have to hope not to get attacked, otherwise I'll be in trouble. But yeah, I'm not being attacked here, which should allow me to deal damage with 44 damage Carnage, and then a 20 damage Wild Strike. Okay. And still not being attacked. Beautiful. Do I want to target the minions? I think... Oh, I don't have enough to get rid of this guy, actually. Unless I use the Explosive Potion, which I will risk doing. Okay. So then I can do Dropkick and Strike. And let's do Second Wind to get rid of the doubt. That way I'm not weakened next turn. Alright, still not being attacked. Okay, I got lucky with the fact that I wasn't as attacked at all, which is very helpful. And then Vulnerability, 22 damage should be doable with the Bash. Beautiful. Okay. Alright, perfect this one. Did get lucky, and that Eruption definitely helped. Alright. Let's see, we got Happy Flower. Every 3 turns get extra energy. Reckless Charge or Power Through. Power Through is a great defensive card. Let's definitely take that. And then going this way, or this way, actually. They're the same path, right? 2 question mark rooms and 1 elite. Let's go on the right then. That way I'll skip a rest site. Alright, here, Ritual Dagger might give me a way to get overkill. It's a little too late. It might take too long. I think I'll take the gold instead and hope I can get overkill a different way. Alright. So here I definitely want to try to use the feed. Let's do Shrug It Off. Defend. I should have done the Iron Wave instead of Defend. That was actually really dumb. Would have been able to deal a little bit extra damage thanks to the vulnerability too. Okay. 21, that is a lot. Let's do Shockwave Dropkick. Okay. A little too late for the Rage. Yeah, there's a chance that if I had targeted the backliner with the Iron Wave, the Mystic would have decided not to attack. At least I triggered the Red Skull, so that's good news. Let's do Anger, Carnage, and then a Strike to get rid of this guy. And let me do Second Wind just to get rid of the doubt. Alright, I do want to lose a little bit more HP, and I also want to prep this guy to be able to use the feed, which is still in my draw, in my cards I have to draw. So, yeah, this is good. And let's hope I have something... Actually, yeah, the feed is enough here at the end. We decided not to heal itself. Beautiful. Alright, so once again, did lose the Red Skull benefit. Havoc, Shockwave. I already have the Shockwave. Let's take the Havoc. Okay. And then here, ooh, Necromantic Curse would be great. And this way I also trigger Red Skull. No, I got Enchiridion. Hit the Stravage Combat, add a random power card into your hand. It's got 0 for that turn. It's not bad. Might give me something like Barricade or Corruption. Right, I have extra strength here. Can I use it? So this is 22. Not even close. Alright, let's do a Free and Flame. Then Strike is 28. 28 again. That should be enough. 26 plus 28, right? Let's do 24. And then 28 or 30 now. Gain max HP. Okay. And then I could double defend. Yeah, actually I can play here. Let's do 2 defense and then a strike. Alright, that was not a bad amount of damage. Has to survive this turn. Next turn I have the Captain's Wheel active. Iron Wave is only 5 block. I need slightly more. So I might have to do the Speed Potion here. Because that way I can do Iron Wave for 9 damage. Hang on, can I... if I do Wild Strike, then Iron Wave is still 9 damage. Alright, yeah, I think I have to do a Strike. Oh, the Strike was enough, and then I can do Iron Wave here. Beautiful. And then this turn I'm full defend, and I should have time to deal enough damage. Okay, this actually worked out really fine. Let's Seeing Red, Disarm, Clothesline, and a Strike for a kill. Awesome. Alright, I got Pantograph at the Starboss Combat, still 25 HP. Now that will ruin my Red Skull. How badly do I want that? I might have to still take it to try to get Insignificant, I like Shiny. Dragon of Havoc. I already have, unfortunately, both of them, so I have to skip this. Okay. Alright, and then here, let's upgrade what? The Power Through is interesting. Flame Barrier. All of these are good. I think I'll upgrade the Power Through first. Yep. Okay. Alright, now, unfortunately, I'm healing, and so I did lose the Red Skull benefit. I don't think I can do Eruption. Well, I know I can't do Eruption. I got a free Metallicist, which is interesting. Let's see what the Havoc plays. That's I'm Seeing Red. That was probably not necessary. Then do Shrug It Off. I can do Bash, and then Shockwave. 5 turns of weakness and vulnerability. That's really good. And then, yeah, let's wait. Okay, still had energy. Might have considered drinking that Gambit's Brew. 10 incoming. This is with weakness. I can do Flame Barrier. Unfortunately, I'm losing the Carnage. That is actually... That might be bad, because Carnage is a good attack card, and now that I have it... Okay, this guy took Feed, that's fine. Backlander took Rage. Okay, I would like to get the Rage back. 8 incoming, I'm fully defended here. Let's do Dropkick. Then another Metallicist, that's not bad. I don't have high hopes here perfecting, but let's try to get rid of the Backlander, because that way I can try to get the Rage back in the turn where I get attacked. Okay. Alright, everyone is attacking me here, and there's not much I can do whatsoever. Can I deal enough damage? 11 plus... Yeah, probably 11. That's not enough. What can I draw here? There's a defense and a survivor. That might give me something. So if I do something like Disarm, then drink this... Or, yeah, drink the Gambit Brew. That guarantees me getting a defend and a survivor. And then I can do 1 Wild Strike. That's still not enough, right? I need 26. This is 16 plus 7, 23. Right, 23. 1 short. I don't think there's anything I could have done. Yeah, I don't think a reload would have saved me here either, right? Because I was just missing something and I just didn't have it. Maybe if I target, instead of targeting this guy, if I target the Backlander, maybe that would have been enough, but it would have been really hard to do anyway. And then I still have the big attack coming up, which I don't even know if I have a chance of dealing with that at all. I guess I'll get the Rage back now. Let's do Rage and then a Strike. Okay. Yeah, now I have the big attack. I don't think I stood a chance against the big attack either, but let's try. 48. Oh, and the weakness wore off. Yeah, fine. Here I'm taking damage anyway, so might as well decombust. Let's decombust that Havoc. Hope it doesn't hit Eruption. No, Power Through. Okay, that's good. Then a defense. Alright, 35, so it got me something, but I was nowhere close to being able to deal. Oh, I already triggered the Centurion Puzzle? Oh, right, in that turn I actually took damage. Right. Okay, fine. In that case, did I use the feed already? No, I did not. I mean, should I try to now? Would kind of be funny if I can use a feed against the Bronze Automaton. I mean, if I can't perfect, might as well try to do that. Also, I've barely dealt any damage, right? So let's try to, you know, deal some damage here. Anger is good. Okay. The 7 Metallicist definitely helps me too, right? Let's do Rage, Clothesline, and Wild Strike. Alright, at least I started to trigger Red Skull finally. Another 18. Second win is great here. Let me risk Havoc, and that's a feed. Alright, fine. So I can't even use the feed anymore. It's okay. Yeah, it would have been great to use the feed, but it would have been hard to pull off. Also because I still have another big attack coming up, and I'm a little worried I might have trouble there. Yeah, 54. Okay, I have free dropkick. That's good. Let's do anger, strike, iron wave, and defend. Okay, I am worried because I'm down to 12 HP. Let's do shrug it off. Strike, anger. Then defend and second wind. Get rid of the wound. Okay, can I deal 38 damage? Because I might have trouble here. Yeah, I think I have to deal 38 damage. Alright. Yep, definitely no chance of perfecting. I went from, what, like 70, 80 HP down to 17. So, yeah. Got a blood potion. Exhume barricade. Barricade might be tempting, but I will try to go for popper. Pandora's box is interesting, but it might give me duplicates and rare cards. Coffee dripper might be nice too. Gain energy to return. You can no longer rest at rest sites. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think I need the Mark of Pain, and this would give me extra energy without too much of a downside. And I think I have this blood potion that I might save in case I have to use it if I lose too much HP. Alright, multiple to elite path. Actually, no. Only I have to get to this elite with 1 question mark room at the end. To get there on the right, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 question mark rooms. To get there with this elite, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I think I'll go on the right. That also gives me a shot that allows me to remove the feet. Although ideally I would use the feet at least 3 times. So speaking of 3 times, 18. I don't have another attack, right? 10, 18, that's 28. I think if I play one more here, let's do Berserk. I'll risk it. Then do Combust. Then do Iron Wave. And then a feed. Okay. And then I can also do Second Wind to almost be fully defended. Alright. So, yeah, I need to use the feed still twice more, which might be hard to pull up before the shot, but I have to give it a try. Alright, here, let's do Shrug It Off first. Then Clothesline is 15, would weaken one of them. Let's do Seeing Red, Metallicize. Dropkick is 9, this is 18. Yeah, fine, let's drop Clothesline and then Dropkick and then Survivor. That way I don't take any damage here. And then here I should be able to just go with the Carnage. Beautiful. Alright, Entrench Battle Trance. Let's take the Battle Trance. That's not a bad card draw card. And then here, no, I can't lose all my gold. I have a shop coming up very soon. Well, now I have the choice between removing a duplicate curse or removing the feed. But I think I have to take all the gold here. That also gives me extra points. Hoping to maybe get another shop. Wait, can I? I don't think I have a path with another shop. I do still have a few question mark rooms. Let's hope one of them will give me a shop. Yeah, I'm also going to try really hard to use the feed, although that might be a challenge. Let's do Shockwave, Metallicize. Can't do Combust. Or I can't do Berserk. Let's just do a Strike, I guess. Come. Wait. Maybe here I'll trigger the Red Skull. Okay, there's a feed for 21. That's going to be really hard to use. Let's see what the Havoc plays. That is a Wild Strike. Okay. And then a regular Strike is 23. So I have, with the 25, that's 48. I get the slow debuff going a little. Let's do Survivor. Then probably Disarm here or Defend. Let's do Defend. So now this is 27 plus 29. That's still not enough. Alright, in that case, it's going to be really hard to shovel back to the feed, but I think I have to try. Here, let's do Disarm and Strike. Come. Yeah, I'm going to try to shovel back to the feed, and I guess I'll try to trigger Red Skull on the way. Alright, here, let's do Clothesline. Iron Wave is only 14. Let's do 1 Defend first, then do Iron Wave. Okay. Alright. Okay, yeah, the normalities are annoying. Luckily, I can get rid of one of them with the second wind. Beautiful. Okay. And that allows him to also be fully defended. Alright, and then here, another normality. I can do Power Through and Carnage. Okay. Alright. Okay, so the goal is to reshuffle and then try to get to the feed as soon as I can. Let me see what the Battle Trance gives me. That's a lot of burns. Let's do Dropkick. And Anger would kill, so I don't want to do that yet. Okay. Alright, 30. I'm just waiting for that feed to show up. Let's just shrug it off. Or risk Havoc. No. I don't know. Okay, that was a strike. That almost killed, so I had to be more careful. Okay. Still no. Let's do second wind to get rid. Actually, that gave me less block than the Eruption would have given me. Alright, well, at least I triggered a Red Skull. Really would like the feed here. Did not get that. I can't lose another 30 HP, so fine. At Champion Bell, one of you apply Vulnerable, also apply 1 week, which is great with the Bag of Marbles. A Dex Potion, Clothesline, Pummel Strike. Let's take the Pummel Strike. Pre-upgraded too, which is nice. And then here, I can remove a card and upgrade a random card. Let's do it. Yeah, let's remove a card. So that is one of the normalities, which means I'm still on track to get Highlander and Pauper. I got a Havoc upgrade, which is fine. And then here, unfortunately, I have to remove... Oh, I got Least Muffled. That gives me max HP. Enough max HP. I'm big up raise max HP by 7 heal, all of UHP, which means I can now safely remove the feed and still get the stuff modifier. Beautiful. Let's also grab the Jutsu Base and normal enemy combats are no longer encountered in Crush Mark rooms. Before I take the Bottle Lightning, is there anything else offering would be great if I was not going for Popper? Dark Embrace, probably not that useful. I already have Shrug It Off and Clothesline, so this is somewhat of a useless shop. Let me take Finesse. That's not bad. I guess I can afford the Dark Embrace. Let's take it. And the other two are the other 4 I already have or are rares. Let's also grab Bottle Lightning and pick up to discuss such with this card in your hand. Should that be something with card draw or Shockwave? Who's my final boss here? Time Eater. So yeah, Disarm is not a bad idea for turn 1 against the Time Eater. Finesse for card draw or Battle Trance for card draw? I think Battle Trance might be the safer choice. Let's take it. And then let's also grab. I don't think I need to heal. I already healed back to full thanks to Least Waffle. Let's grab the Heart of Iron. And I think that's it. So this was actually a bit of a disappointing shop. I still have a few regular fights, so I'm hoping to get to Librarian at least. But yeah, very disappointing so far. Alright, let's start. Yeah, I can do Brutality, Dark Embrace, Battle Trance. See what that gives me. And then Rage. And I should not have done Rage. Should not have done the Rage. Because with the Rage, I get 5 block, whereas without it, I would have gotten 6 from Recalcum. It's fine. Alright. No vulnerability. Actually, can I just kill with the Eruption? I think I can. If I do Eruption, then Finesse, then a Strike, and then Anger, that is enough. Beautiful. An Energy Potion, which I think I'll skip. I think I will still keep the Blood Potion. Dual Wield, I'm starting to enjoy it. Let's take it. Okay. And then here, ooh, colorless cards. Alright. Mind Blast is not amazing, but not bad either. Okay, here the only non-rare is Madness. Here, I think I'll do Mind Blast. And here, Deep Breath is not a bad idea. Let's take the Mind Blast, sure. It does deal some good opening hand damage. Alright, here I got Warpaint up, pick up with 2 random skills. That's Flamebeard and Shrug It Off upgraded. Very happy with both of those upgrades. Here I got Giant Head and Demon Form. That might make Overkill a little easier, although, you know, can I defend against 9 incoming? Let me do, let's do Demon Form first. Then, how do I do this? I think I'm going to risk, no, let's do Pummel Strike next. Okay, then I have a Finesse, and I think I have to defend. That should be enough. And I got a Rage too. Okay, good. Mind Blast 65. That's nowhere close. I also have to play Defend, right? Yeah, let's do Defend and then Mind Blast. Still fine, fine. I was not able to deal as much damage as I'd like there. Okay, 13. Alright, I can do Shrug It Off and Iron Wave. That should be enough, right? Let's do Iron Wave and then Anger. And not reshuffle because I don't want to deal with the normality anymore. 18. Full Defender, of course, when I'm not being attacked. Let's do Metallicize, Shockwave, and Wild Strike. Alright. Unfortunately, I drew the Carnage, which I lost, and I drew the Disarm. Man, really tempting to do the Eruption, but then basically I have to kill next turn, which is almost impossible, so I don't think I'll do that. Let's Dropkick first. Oof. Yeah, I'm weakened next turn too, so I don't think there's any way I would have been able to deal enough damage. I have to defend this 22, which is nice with the weakness, but yeah, clearly there's no way I can do it. Let's see if the Havoc gets a Survivor. It did. Still doesn't help me though, right? Actually, if I drank the Dex Potion... So, this is 1620. Okay, so if I drink the Dex Potion now, it's still technically enough to be fully defended. That's a Madness and a Strike. Okay. 26. Well, there's a Disarm, there's a Flame Barrier. It's only 18, though. 22. If I do defend, that should be enough, right? Let's do Pummel Strike first. A free Dropkick is nice. Okay. Then let's do Disarm and Flame Barrier. That is 22 still. So I have to play Defend as well and then do the Strike. Okay. 27. Yeah, I think I'm running out of ways to be able to successfully defend. Let's see what the Havoc plays. That's a Battle Trance. Okay. Then I can do Power Through. Alright, might as well do Combust. I have to play the Second Wind. Let's do the Angers. Actually, yeah, I can do Second Wind first and then do Anger. Okay, alright. 83 seems doable, especially if I get an Eruption here. 31. Oh, no, I did not get an Eruption. There's nothing I can do to defend, right? 27 plus 4 is 31? Never mind. Yeah, I can fully defend it. Let me not do the Breath, because I actually would like to get the Eruption. I guess the 19 Strength also helps. This is 25. Wait, 25 plus 28. That is enough. So I can do Strike and Mind Blast. Okay, alright, perfect. This one. Very happy with that. That Magic Flower healing is 50% more effective during combat. And then I already have to Shrug It Off. I don't know if I need Rupture. Currently, I don't have a card other than... Actually, I guess with Combusted would be really good, right? Fine, let's take the Rupture. Right, here, let's upgrade the Battle Trance first. I think I can upgrade the Mind Blast at the end. Not even 100% sure if it's super useful at the moment. Right, here, another Curse to Wraith. Now, that would give me curse number 4, but more importantly, it gives me extra strength. I can't do Madnesses. I can't really lose max HP. I'll lose points. I think I'll take the Wraith instead, yeah. I think that's probably fine. It does make my opening hand a little worse, but I do have the Battle Trance too. That should help. Let me start with Battle Trance first in case I get an Anomaly. I did not. Good. So now I can do Metallicize, Rage. I'd like to Dark Embrace. Actually, no. Flame Barrier is a must-play. Yeah, I think I'll do Flame Barrier, Mind Blast, and then Carnage. Or Carnage first and then Mind Blast. 76. Yeah. Not quite enough to get overkill there. Probably have to play a few more cards. Unfortunately, I got the big attack here, and there's not much I can do. If there's not much I can do, maybe I'll just accept the damage and try to trigger the Red Skull here. Although, yeah, I do have Pentagraph too, so not sure how much is needed against the final boss. Let's do Shockwave, then Pummel Strike, and I can only play one more card, and Dropkick is enough to kill. Beautiful. A Birdface Urn, when we play Power Card, heal 2 HP, Sentinel, or Perfected Strike. I don't think I need Perfected Strike. Let's take the Sentinel. And then here, alright, I don't have defeat. I don't have to use defeat, but I think I'll try to lose, if I can try to lose a lot of HP. Let's do Berserk, then Havoc. Play the Power Through, that's good. Then do Shockwave, Battle Trance. Okay. And then, oh man, Dual Wield would be nice, but I don't think I can do anything. 81, again, so close. Let's still target the backliner, though. Yep, okay. So if I can, I think I'll just lose a lot of HP. The heal back 25 before the boss fight. I want to be at 150, or not 152, 56, right? So 56 minus 25 is, actually no, but that healing is also affected by Magic Flower. All right, you know what? I would probably have to drop down to way too little HP, which I don't want to do. So I think I'll just, oh, I just realized I did not have enough to kill the backliner. Maybe I will lose HP even if I don't want to. No, I think I'm fine. Yeah, alright. I don't think I'll lose too much HP here, although I can do Deep Breath and then a free Dropkick. Okay. And then let's do Disarm this guy. Alright. Fully defended thanks to the Orichalcum. And then this turn I have 18 block, which is nice. Can I get rid of this guy, though? Yeah, I can do Carnage. I mean, if I wanted to lose... Actually, it probably doesn't even matter too much because I'm going to heal back up anyway quite a bit, so I don't think it's a big deal if I lose 6 more HP there. Alright, Warcry, Twin Strike. I think I can take Twin Strike. Yeah, I'm not really close to Oblivion, but it's not a bad card with the 4 extra strength I have. Let's now upgrade the Mind Blast. Alright, Time Eater. Again, starting with Demon Form. That might help. So let me do the Heart of Iron, then do Battle Trance. Okay, I did get a Rage. That is very helpful. Let's do Demon Form as well. Okay, then definitely do Disarm. Alright, so let's do Carnage. Wait, if I do Eruption, then Mind Blast would give me overkill, but it's not... Unless I can deal 200 damage. Or, no, not 200. I have to basically kill, which I don't think I can. Just for fun. Let's calculate this, though. So, I can do Deep Breath. So, if I play Eruption as 29, then Anger will be another, probably 30. That's 50-something, or 60-something. Then another 100. That's 160-something. Then another, probably close to 200. I don't think that's enough. Just for fun. I'm going to reload, and I'm not going to count this as a reload. I'm just too lazy to do a calculation. So let's do 29. Then Anger is 57. Carnage is 122. And then Mind Blast is 205. That is very close. Gets me overkill, but unfortunately I lose to perfect. So I'm going to try to get perfect here after all. But yeah, that was... What did I need? I needed... I don't know, like, not a Fire Potion. I needed something else, and I just didn't have it, which is fine. So I think I did Battle Trance first. Yeah, alright. Should I actually do Deep Breath before I do the... Let me try the Deep Breath. Actually, no, yeah, that didn't make a difference. Alright, fine. Let's do Demon Form, Disarm, Rage, and then I guess I can't do Eruption. Wait, can I even fully defend? Oh, wait, yeah, I can with the Heart of Iron, right. Okay, let's do Anger, Carnage, and then Mind Blast is 94. So close. So close. If I was able to play one more card, it would have been enough to get me overkill, but fine. Is this why I'm perfecting? I got 12 incoming here. Flame Beer is great. Can I play 3 more cards just to shrug it off? Oh no, I can only play 1 more card. So yeah, let's try to at least get to play 2 cards next turn. Okay. If I get attacked, I'll be in trouble. Yeah, 12 incoming. And never mind, I have enough block. So, and actually, this is great with Anomaly, so I can just do Shockwave and Bash. Okay, this is good. Right? Okay, the enemy's not yet transforming. I still have 18 incoming. I do have the Survivor. That's not enough. That's only 14. And there's no other way for me to gain extra block, right? So, yeah, I think I'm going to miss the perfect here, and there's nothing I can do about that. All right, fine. Do I want to deal with the combust? Not really. I guess it doesn't hurt. All right, let's do combust 1, 2, and 3. Oh, and then I can't even play any attacks. But, yeah, even if I had the Survivor, that would not have been enough to be fully defended. So, yeah, fine. And now I also missed the opportunity to get overkill. You know what? If that's the case, let me just reload and get overkill out of the way. And then that way, at least I'll get 25 points because I wasn't able to get overkill in a different way. And also, it sort of makes the run much more fun rather than trying to do something else. So let's do Battle Trance. How about if I do Rage first and then Deep Breath? Does that give me another? Oh, right. I played Battle Trance already. All right. Demon Form. Rank this. Then do Disarm, Eruption, Anger, Carnage for 122, Might Plus for 205. So I am going to take a bunch of damage here, but hopefully I can deal another 43 damage. Hang on. 28 plus 36. Yeah. Okay. Again, it made things easier. I was able to get overkill out of the way, so fine. All right, so 12-11. Okay, that's not as good of a score as I'd like. Out of the 6 elites I perfected 4, only got the Act 1 boss. No real chance against the Act 2 boss. Yeah, actually no real chance against the Act 3 boss either. I did miss the reigning money modifier by 13 gold. And I don't feel like I skipped anything there, so I think I just got a little unlucky. Mr. Mission was easy, Pope was fairly easy. I do wonder if I had picked up rare cards. There was an offering offered early on, and I also had a Bottle Lightning. So maybe going for Popper was a mistake today, because I think with the rare cards I might have had some success. Was able to get overkill at the end. Stuff was fairly doable with Lee's Waffle, and Highlander was also pretty doable. I don't think Collector was the right way to go today, because there were barely any duplicates offered, so I'm glad I didn't go for that. I am 11th right now with only 1 perfected elite. Boss, I mean. That's insane. That's insane that I'm 11th score. So I am 50 points above Alex. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Alex and Cyberfox had the same run as I did, but also did not go for Popper. That would explain a 50-point difference. There's also Peltz, who has 27 points more than me. That could be just another perfected elite, plus 2 points somewhere else. Gemino has a great score with 1336, so that is 125 points more than me. So I wouldn't be surprised if Gemino perfected at least one more boss, if not all the bosses. That would be 150 points more, and then maybe lost another 25 points somewhere. Overkill was not easy to get. If I did not try to miss the perfect on the last boss, overkill would be impossible. So yeah, maybe that's what Gemino did, perfect all the bosses but not get overkill. But yeah, insane score. I think perfect on all the bosses would be a big achievement if that's what happened. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you did. Let's review the scores from yesterday. Alright, so yesterday was an Ironclad run with the Specialized modifier. They gave everybody 5 copies of Intimidate, as well as Control Chaos and Big Game Hunter. Gemino did really well with 1633. Again, basically first place. I know your father is using glitches or cheats, and everybody above that has an unreasonable score, so Gemino is effectively first place again. Was able to perfect 11 of the 13 leads. All the bosses got 5 collector bonuses, which is tied for the record. Also, interestingly, Gemino did not take Sneko Eye, and I think Sneko Eye personally helped me quite a bit. The extra card was really necessary. But in Gemino's case, he had already bottled an offering by the time he was offered Sneko, and that I think makes sense not to take Sneko then, because then the offering might have been high cost and he might have not been able to use it as much. But yeah, so that definitely helped, I think, Gemino perfect things with the bottled offering. I think one of the reasons I missed a lot of elites is because Sneko sometimes just gave me a really horrible card draw, although other times it did help me. Gemino also was able to get overkill as well as the combo modifier, missed the stuff modifier, which is not super easy to get, and also missed any of the time modifiers. Still, amazing score. Congratulations for effectively first place. Then you have Crocus here with 1604. Crocus perfected also 11 of the 13 elites, all the bosses. Mentioned that he had a very similar deck to mine with a bunch of offerings and trying to get the Corruption, Barricade, and Feel No Pain combination going. And with 4 collector bonuses, including one on the offering. Also, interestingly, Crocus was offered the Apparitions, but then rejected them. He was trying to get the Stuff modifier. Unfortunately, missed the Stuff modifier by 1 max HP, which is unfortunate. Still, if he had taken another Apparition, he would have lost enough max HP, would not have been able to get the well-fed modifier, so I think that was worth it, and he had a chance of getting the stuff modifier too. Although interestingly, I don't think anybody else was offered the apparitions. I would have definitely taken them if I was offered them. Crocus was able to get overkill in combo, but missed any of the time modifiers. Mentioned that it is very hard with Control Chaos. I also want to give a shout out to Crocus's reply to Dave's comment, where Crocus wrote that he had written to the devs about the daily scoring, mentioning that it sort of incentivizes only one type of deck, basically just a large deck, which is not exactly what I guess Ascension runs are and what makes them run fun. I think the most fun is sort of a thin deck, one that's basically going for an infinite, although you also have to worry about the time meter. And then Crocus mentioned that the reply he got was that he had already played enough Slay Spire for one lifetime, and the devs would not be making any changes to the scoring in order to encourage, Crocus and others to venture outside, which I think is a hilarious response, and yeah, sort of fits the theme. So congratulations to Crocus for a great score yesterday and a great reply. The next we have me here with 1585. I perfected 8 of the 13 elites. All the bosses got 4 collector bonuses. Actually, a bunch of people mentioned that I missed the collector bonus on the flexes. I was offered 1, did not realize I already had 3. So a 5th collector bonus would have given me an extra 25 points for 1610. That would have allowed me to pass Crocus, but yeah, it does happen. I did not even realize that I was that close to a collector bonus on these flexes. I was able to get overkill in combo, missed the light speed modifier, but got the speedster modifier. Also, Encyclopedia, everybody was able to get that. I also was able to get the stuff modifier, and I had a feed which I removed to get Popper. Unfortunately, I did not feed enough, but luckily at the very last shop I was offered a strawberry that allowed me to get enough max HP. And then yeah, as I mentioned, I picked up Snicko, and that was pretty good, and I throughout the whole run was really hoping to get it. I did not upgrade my corruption barricade, and then was rewarded with it after the second boss, and I think it did help me. Without it, I think I would have been in much more trouble. The next you have Goldbeer here with 1583. Nescafe got 1558. Alex has 1556, tied with Nick at 1556 as well. Alex perfected 8 of the 13 elites. All the bosses got 5 collector bonuses. Actually, interestingly, Alex at the beginning tried to go for Highlander. Had already removed 2 of the Intimidates, but then pivoted to Highlander and luckily got another Intimidate back from Pandora's Box, which is actually also one of the cards I got from Pandora's Box. Alex missed the stuff modifier, only got 1 curse with Darkstone Periapt, and he blames that for not getting the stuff modifier. He did not use the feed as much as possible, just like I did. I didn't, I guess. But yeah, I also got an extra curse, which did help me with Darkstone Periapt. Alex also was able to get overkill in combo, had fun with Snicko, as well as G-Charon's Ashes, which I think was a huge help for me yesterday as well. And then, yeah, Nick technically tied for 20th place with 1556. Mike got 1510. George got 1508. The Dark got 1583. Simone got 1435. Simone perfected 5 of the 13 elites. Did get all the bosses, but yeah, I think the very few elites perfected did hurt his score. He did mention that he did not buy the Anchor, and that was a problem, especially with elites before Act 3. And then after Act 3, he was able to bottle an offering, which did help him. He was able to get 3 collector bonuses, with Overkill, Combo, Encyclopedia, and the I Like Shiny modifier. So not a bad score, top 60 for Simone. And yeah, I think that's it for top 100. I do want to give a shout out to Dave, who is still continuing to play Slay Spire 2. You can check out his Twitch stream if you're interested. He mentioned that yesterday was a very fun slide deck, and I checked out his video. Interestingly, I was offered a completely different set of cards. I did play it, and I'm actually hoping that I can replicate the seed and record it, because for me, I had that. I had in the sealed deck version, I had 1 rare card offered, which applies poison to all enemies whenever you draw a card. So I picked up that card, and then I picked up every single card draw card I could find, and that basically allowed me to turn 1 kill lots of things and turn 2 kill almost everything, including the final boss. So yeah, sometimes you have some crazy combinations, but I think still the fact that it's very difficult to compare other ones and that the RNG is different, still I don't think it's worth to record dailies like every day as they come out. I will try to record this daily though, just because it was fun for me. So we'll see if the seed is preserved there. Anyway, that's it for yesterday. Let me know in the comments for today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.